Assalamu alaikum. May peace be on you. I'll be talking to you about the course that is counseling and research techniques. Inshallah ta'ala, the aim is to reach out to the masses. Of course, there is commercial end. You can always benefit from your service. You can charge the people to whom you benefit. There's no doubt about it. But the intention is much beyond that. The intention is to serve the people, because a lot of people in India, especially, the Indians don't have the culture of going and showing up to a psychotherapist or a counselor, because generally they don't have this culture in them to go and seek help for good mental health for reasons they don't even know, or rather they don't even realize that there's something called mental health. I'm talking about the majority of the people. So, therefore, a lot of people would not come to us. We need to go to them, try to understand the situations and help them. So, counseling becomes very important. And therefore, we're starting this course, 3 months course. The idea is to get you engaged. Each one of you should do some activity. More than knowing the theory, you should do some activity within the calculated, limited approach towards helping the people. We can't go all out and help people in a way that we want. We must ensure that whatever we do, it is scientifically right, ethically right, and legally right. It's very important. You can't just go and help people and thinking that you're doing the right thing, but you'll end up doing a crime. Forget about doing a sin. Sinning is something which is between you and the Creator, Allah. That's a different issue altogether. But when you're doing something, you must ensure that if what you're doing is legally right or wrong. So that's very important to save yourself. Therefore, one of the things in psychotherapy that which I have come across is that whenever you're giving a solution or a suggestion or an advice, or you are giving them a perspective to your clients, ensure that they make their choices. You have to bring in evidences to safeguard yourself. So you give them the options which are ethically right and legally right and scientifically right, and the choice to make lies with the client. So that's the approach which we need to be very careful about. It should not be like you are hand holding somebody and you are training somebody to think in a way. Of course, our duty is to help them come out of their difficulties. Some cases of advanced disorders, we need to take very calculated and scientific approach, and we must know our limitations as well. The limitations is that we are not qualified to give them any medicine. Even if you are sure of certain medicines for certain ailments which are connected to depression and phobia, all of these things, still we are not qualified. Even if you are MA, MSc, psychology or psychotherapy, counseling, we are not qualified, because you have to be a MBBS doctor. You should be a doctor who has worked extensively, specialized in psychiatry. So we are not supposed to get into the things which we are not qualified to do. So having said that, we are also looking at research people who can do research within the communities, not especially looking into the Muslim community. We are looking at humanity. Of course, a lot of people who have joined us are from the Muslim community, because they expect a lot of Islamic approach towards psychotherapy. I do ensure that we will not do anything which is contradicting to our faith, and we will ensure that we follow the strict disciplines of hijab. When I say hijab, it doesn't limit to only dressing. Hijab includes the mannerisms of talking, the mannerisms of looking, the mannerisms of touching, everything. Of course, with a non-mahram, we are not allowed to touch physically unless and until it is a necessity, wherein a nurse is allowed to touch the patient and a doctor is allowed to touch the patient. So that's totally a different issue, and there are certain conditions. We'll discuss about it later. Okay. So this is the wide scope that I want to express it out. There's a lot to learn because psychology as such, it has developed over years, over generations. And what we have today is a very much, it's an advanced form of psychology and psychotherapy. And there's so much of things to learn. But the basic concept is to have empathy. The basic idea is to be a good listener. The basic idea is to be ethically right and to be confidential. Confidentiality is very important. We cannot speak about our client to anybody else, and we cannot expose their deficiency to any people without their consent or without a need to address an issue from a legal perspective. If somebody from the department, police department, or somebody who has got a court order, they come to us based on certain needs to investigate a case. If they come to us and ask about the client, at that point in time, we can share the information about the client. Otherwise, no. So we are here to discuss one after other. Anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask me questions. And we will take one thing at a time, slowly, but surely we will take it up to a next level very soon, inshallah ta'ala. Those who are satisfactorily completed the course, I will give them the certificates for that, for completing the course. And those who want to work with us in campaigns and in camps and in our office giving counseling, we are going to advertise the service. And those who are interested to be part-time or full-time, part-time would be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, you are able to give your time, then inshallah we will accordingly take service from you. Or if you are interested in giving full-time, that is 8 hours, we will give you a place, we will give you the methodology, how to record the statements, how to maintain and document things, and then how to analyze and how to take advice from me, and then give a suggestion and follow up and all of these things, inshallah. And those who are qualified through MSc psychology or psychotherapy or counseling, inshallah we will give you the position of training, and we will also give you the position of assisting me, inshallah. And then those who are good in data analysis, we'll give them the responsibility of analyzing the data and coming out with the research work, which will be submitted to the government departments, inshallah.